Get 'em on my knees again. Get 'em big and please again. I need you. Oh, I need you. Walking down this desert roads, water for my thirsty soul. I need you. Oh, I need you. Your forgiveness is like sweet, sweet honey on my lips, like the sound of a symphony to my ears, like holy water on my skin.
Well, good afternoon. We're so glad you could join us today for C3 on this Monday, July 20th. It's a beautiful day outside. Pretty hot, but still beautiful. Love having the sun, love feeling the warmth. Hope you're in a place where you can stay cool. Even though we're not necessarily in person. Again, we'll continue to watch what's going on with the updates when it comes to COVID and all of that stuff to determine when we will and use some of the questions that we send out as part of the community groups that you can discuss the sermon and those kinds of things. He's taking time out of his vacation at the Outer Banks to join us. So we'll get to Christian here shortly, but I want to just start off with a devotion that comes out of James chapter 3. Parts of the body. It corrupts the whole body, sets the whole course of one's life on fire, and is itself set on fire by hell. All kinds of animals, birds, reptiles, and sea creatures are being tamed, been tamed by humans. Hear these words from our devotional, again taken from the day-by-day devotional as part of Emotionally Healthy Relationships. The 9th commandment reads, "You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor." Every time I make an assumption about someone without confirming it, I am at risk for believing a lie about this person. My assumption is just a breath away from misrepresenting reality. Checked out my assumption. For a mental creation or a hidden assumption, we enter a counterfeit world. At that needless confusion and conflict. Now, I think if we're honest, we live in a world where we see people make assumptions and make determinations without having all the knowledge that they would need to have to make the right assumptions and the right choice. So I want to in your life and be sure to not make assumptions about that person that may or may not be true. What are some to just not make assumptions. And if you're unsure, reach out and ask, because the only way to may believe something totally different. That can be very difficult in our world. That can be very difficult on certain subjects because we're afraid to offend somebody or say the wrong thing. But we have to just trust that we're all followers of God and we all want what's best for everyone. So let's keep that as our assumption as we continue to try to give people the benefit of the doubt and really get to know where they're coming from and try to understand. Let's not let our tongue be used for evil, but let us allow our tongue to be used for good. It's hard to say. Control our tongue. We cannot. Help us to put you at the forefront. Help us to not make false assumptions of others, but help us to look to you. People in our mind, and use our tongue for your good, so that we don't cause bigger issues, but we may help spread your love to those that need to hear it. We ask all this in your Son's name. Amen. Now, as I said at the beginning, we're blessed to have Christian out of your vacation to join us. We wish we could have got you on Wednesday, but we know that sometimes technology doesn't always cooperate. But it is cooperating now, so we're gonna run with it. For those of you Colin and Anna, and they're heavily involved in youth group and choir and a variety of other areas. So Christian, I just want to kind of throw a question your way and ask you, what was it like to finish your senior year up at home as opposed to physically at? Mm-hmm. Well, and I know from knowing you that you don't take necessarily easy classes in high school. You had a pretty heavy load and were taking some pretty hard classes. What was it like to have some of those maybe hard? Now, I know you mentioned that you were able to still connect with your friends and to be able to do some stuff, uh, with your friends via that way. Um, mentioned baseball and you do a lot of other extracurricular type stuff. So with this going on, I know you weren't doing those kinds of things. So what?
With my family at my house, just doing different things, having game nights,
We did
different
that
things like
too.
that. Yeah, we played all kinds of stuff. Just got out all the board games out of the closet. So, and
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm with my family. Forward in life, and I think the fact that I got to spend 2 months with my family almost uninterrupted from the usual day-to-day busyness, it was really a blessing to be able to spend that time with them. And I'd say that even though it was tough with everything else, not being able to be playing baseball and stuff, I I think it was time that I was able to cherish with my family.
Nice. Nice. So you mentioned you're going to college in the fall. So tell us where you're going and what you're majoring in, and are you going to play baseball when you're at college?
And I'm very excited because it's a very spiritual campus. They have a lot of things going on, a lot of different things um, relating to my faith. And I'm very excited for it because I'm going to be able to be involved in campus ministries. And not only that, but, whenever I'm playing baseball, my whole team is going to be, there and be spiritual and have strong faith, because a lot of people do up at Grove City. So I'm excited for that because I'll do more of a brotherhood. And
I appreciate your willingness to jump on during vacation and join us for a little bit of time here for C3. You're a big part of this church. You've been a big part of this church. Your family's a big part of this church. The connection here is not going to stop. Obviously, now with the online stuff, you can keep connecting on a regular basis even when you're at college. But I want you to know that there's a lot of people that are going to be praying for you as you head off to college. We wish you nothing but the best. If there's anything, I shared this with Cami and Kyle and the other seniors, that's why we're here. So don't hesitate to reach out. Let us know if there's. I know it's going to be quote unquote a new normal at college. You won't know what the old normal is. So for you, it'll be just what it is. So we wish you nothing but the best as you continue your journey and as you live into your call. Is there anything else you want to share with us as
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I was kind of upset last Friday whenever I was, or last Wednesday whenever I wasn't able to get on with Kyle and Cami. But, we the COVID-19 virus pandemic. And I just know that our senior class, we're a strong, resilient bunch. Where that goes for me and where that goes for Cami and Kyle and everybody else as well.
Amen. Well, that's the truer words have never been spoken. And again, we wish you the best. You'll be in our thoughts and prayers. Thanks for joining me this afternoon for C3. See you, Christian.
See ya.